just be the ones giving the monies out, but also sitting with these groups and actively bringing some financial literacy in order, because you can fund an MSME and they might not know what to do with it or how much to put in what and what will happen the year after that, and then that money will come and go and it might grow a little bit because of that, but it will not be a consistent sustainable growth. So I think it needs to be looked at, not just disbursement of the funds, but also who is this being dispersed to and what is going to happen year on year on year through this disbursement. I think that's what the government needs to really look at, what that model is going to look like, and I don't think that model exists at all right now.
I think I've seen so many examples of just these dilapidated units which are lying neglected just because the funds went to the person or to the organization which did not know what to do with it. So I think one is the complexity, because it's not simple enough, and then it goes to people who are smart enough to get it but not smart enough to use it. So I think both the things fail for me, I think.
That there is enough work happening at the government end. There are budgets allocated, there is money in the ecosystem, especially at the government level. But the challenge is that the sector operates across some multiple ministries. So there's MSME, there's METI, there's Ministry of Textiles, there's Tribal Affairs, there is NRLM. So for small businesses or even for CSR actors, for any foundations, to be able to even navigate this becomes difficult. So one of the things that we have talked about in both reports is that we need a single window policy across every ministry. It cannot just, we don't know whom to go to. And what is give us a clear pathway of how to access this money.